Hi everyone, welcome back. So I'm finally doing this video. I think since I started my YouTube channel, this is actually the most requested video of everything, and today I'm finally sitting down and actually talking you through how I curl my hair. There definitely isn't any major differences in the way I do things, but I do have a few tips and tricks and a few products that I use that I love, and just a few kind of my own methods that I definitely want to share with you. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first of all I will say that at the moment I am working with John Frieda. I actually am doing collaboration with them over on my Instagram. So they asked me to create an Instagram video, like 30 seconds or 1 minute, kind of like a short clip about how I curl my hair. And I figured while I was doing that, I may as well sit down and do the YouTube video because so many of you have asked how to do this. I knew you'd like to see it, so I figured while I'm filming the Instagram video kind of separately, Ken's helping me with that as well. I also figured I'd have my big camera set up and I'd talk through as well how I do it, because the Instagram video I won't be talking. So I've been using this shampoo and conditioner. It's their Radiant Red boosting shampoo and conditioner. You can use it if you have dyed red hair, or you can also use it if you have natural red hair. So any fellow redheads out there, definitely give this a go. So I used this yesterday. When I'm curling my hair, like 9 out of 10 times it looks so much better the next day. So if I know I have somewhere to go today that I want my hair to be nice, I'll wash it the day before. So I washed my hair last night using these two products, and this is how it looks. This is completely natural. As you can see, it's kind of like a mix between a wave and straight, a little bit fluffy. Definitely needs some work, but I left it completely natural. I didn't touch it this morning, so you know exactly how it looks before. Okay, so step number one will just be to brush through your hair, make sure it's really kind of silky and smooth. Sometimes I'm a bit lazy with this, but for the video I'll make sure I get all the knots out. And then this is where I'm going to put in the dry shampoo now. I don't put in that much. Like obviously if it's a couple of days old I'll put in more, but it's only a day old hair, so it's not like greasy or anything. So I just spray it in the top and just like massage it in. I think most of us know how to do this. Bit at the side here and kind of a bit at the back as well. The good thing about this too is that it's not visible. Even if you like miss a bit, you don't really notice it. It's not going to like be this white powder on your hair. It's a really good like transparent one, which I like, and then it just gives it that little bit of a boost. And I might put a little bit more in at the end as well, but for now that's fine. Okay, so the next step then is just to part your hair. Like I'm never too fussy about exactly what I get. I literally just catch up the top part and tie it up with a hair bobble in like a messy bun, and then I leave down a pretty decent amount at the bottom. I try and make the sections as like small as possible as I'm going, because I make sure then to get a better like overall curl. So this is how much I have, probably enough for like 2 or 3 curls on each side, and then I just get started then with each of these curls. As you can see, it's not a thick barrel, it's quite thin. I don't know the exact measurement of it. I'll try and find out, and if I can find it I'll put it below, and if I can find this exact curler online as well I will. I have it for ages now. It's not a fancy one at all. It just like works for my hair and I'm addicted to it. So with this kind of a section of hair, I know I can get 2 curls. Sorry if I'm looking this way, just I have a mirror behind the camera. So I think I'll probably be able to get 2 decent curls out of that. And I don't like to take too much of a thin piece, because the thinner it is, I just feel it doesn't look as like beachy wavy the style that I like. So for example now for that section I'll split that in half. I don't have like an exact technique, like this is what I do. I don't know if I'm doing it the right way or the wrong way. I really don't know. This is just the way I do it. I just catch it like pretty close to the top like that, and all the way down to the end. I know some people don't do it to the very end, but I do. I like the end to be as curled as possible as well. And then I leave it just for 5 to 10 seconds. Again, it's not routine by me, depends how much of a rush I'm in, but I do try and give it a chance just to get a proper curl, because the more tight I can get them now, like the longer it will last me. Even if they're a little bit too curly at the beginning, it's better. So then I just let it pop down like that. For me anyway, for the right side of my face, I curl away from my face. So as you can see, the curls are going this way, and then that is how they look for the beginning. You can see kind of wrinkly and a little bit like curly, but trust me when I say that they'll turn out better. And moving on to my left side, I curl this the other way. So I curl the opposite way. So I curl this one towards my face. So that's the difference. So maybe that's my trick. possibly. Like this curl does look a little bit different to this, but for some reason it just works when it's all done together. So that's that first one done, and then I probably will get like 2 more curls out of this section. I like them to be pretty thick still, but I think I have more on this side. And again, I just take it around, wrap it up as much as I can, leave it for a few seconds and let it drop down. So yeah, as you can see, like pretty tight still. They're definitely a bit tighter on this side and a little bit more wavy on this side, but then when it's all done together it looks very uniform. So on my right side I curl away from my face, and on my left side I curl towards my face. Okay, so now that you have all the curls in, they're looking very curly, but this is where I'm gonna spray again. This is how I do it anyway. I just want them to be as secure as possible before I brush through, which kind of does make sense because I'm gonna be brushing through them anyway, but for me personally, this really makes it hold throughout the day. And whatever I do, like my method, it really does make the curls last. I'm not afraid of using the hairspray. I've been trying out this one for the last like maybe week now, and I've been using it and I curl my hair nearly every day. And this is good. It's a firm hold, but it just, you don't feel it in your hair. Like when I go through my hair now, I'm really not feeling it in there. So it is a very good one. So as you can see now, very, very curly. Pretty good hold, pretty good volume. I actually might pop in dry shampoo just again to give it the tops a bit of volume as well. As you know, I have this like big side fringe, so I do like to keep that as voluminous as possible. I like big hair. I know not everyone does, but I really do. Okay, so now we're gonna really lightly brush through. Sometimes I brush through, sometimes I don't. It depends, like, I don't know, it depends on kind of the look I'm going for. I will brush through today just to give them a little bit more of a beachy wave. Just a nice simple wavy curl. That's like what I like to go for. Like I start off, as I said, getting them really, really tight, and then I spray them and make sure they kind of stay in place. And then towards the end of the process, I do brush through a little bit just to give it a little bit more of a wave. And then in an hour, it will be a little bit more wavy again. So kind of a process. By the time I usually get to my event or I get to my night out or whatever it is, it's perfect. So yeah, that's it. And then when it comes to the end of that, I just take a little bit of my Frizz Ease Secret Weapon. This is another new one I've started to use. I actually don't know how I survived without these things before I got to know them. Like before I started working with John Frieda, I was kind of like pretty slack on the products that I use. I didn't use that many, but with this one you just rub it through your fingers like this and then really, really gently put it through the ends of your hair, and it just calms down the flyaway pieces. Because often when I curl my hair at the end, it's lovely, but then there's these little pieces flying everywhere and it drives me mental. So at least that just kind of calms everything down a little bit, and that's a really handy one even to have in your bag as well for the humidity, because often when you go outside, and especially in New York, the weather just makes your hair go whoo like this. So this is a good one to smooth it all together again. So I'm really liking that product so far. With that, I will leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions about anything, the products or any of the techniques or whatever, just let them in the comments below and I'll read through and get back to them as soon as I can. Thanks as always for watching. I really appreciate your view and your support, and I love doing new videos like this. And if you have any other hair videos that you want to see, just let me know as well and I'll get working on them too. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.